What is up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. I was about to go to sleep and I was just kind of scrolling through some YouTube videos to pass a little bit of time. Usually I kind of like to fall asleep listening to videos. And there was a video I was watching where they were basically answering questions that were being asked of people that were watching the video. And one of the questions was, is now a good time to lease a truck? Now, I said I wasn't going to come to you guys with anything about the trucking industry as an expert or how to do this or how to do that, because obviously I'm new truck driver, but this is one area that I am going to kind of step in and give my opinion on. And basically the premise was, is now a good time to lease, buy, any of this kind of stuff, because people are worried about not only a down market in general, but we're going to be going into the slower months, January, February, those months right there. And the answer was that now probably wouldn't be a good time because the market is low. Listen, if you're thinking about buying a truck, leasing a truck, whatever, it is always, or you know what, I'm not going to say always, but if you can do it, if you can get in a market when the market is down and you can survive that market, you have built a business that is sustainable for years. If you get in a market when the market is hot and you base your business off of that market staying hot, that's when you see people going out of business. That's when you see people losing their trucks, because they've built their business on a strong market. My recommendation, and one of the reasons why I actually did it now, and was actually, if you look back in some of my older videos, I'm not exactly sure which one, I said that I would prefer going into leasing in a down market. Exactly for that reason. Don't be afraid of a down market. Listen, if you're about to get into trucking or any business, this is no matter what business you're in. It could be trucking, it could be, a restaurant business, it could be whatever. If you aren't in a position financially, that might be a reason why not to get into the market. If you're overextended on debt currently, now probably may not be the time. But if you're able to, if you have your finances in order now and you want to get into the business of leasing, making sandwiches, or doing whatever, always go into a market when it's a down market. The business I came out of, mortgage banking, the mortgage business was extremely hot back in 99 through 2005. The market was hot. A lot of people were getting in the market, making a whole lot of money. They built their lifestyles off of that money. They were buying, mortgage bankers out here buying, $1.5 million houses. You had business owners that were out, trying to expand, overexpand their business. Plus, they were buying a bunch of their own personal stuff. As soon as the market got bad, those companies went out of business, and a lot of these mortgage bankers that had built their lifestyle on making insane amounts of money ended up losing everything, because they built everything based on an unrealistic market, an up market. So, the company I was with when I was in mortgage banking was a very conservative company, didn't do a lot of high risk loans. The owner of my company wasn't trying to overexpand. He, a millionaire, he's probably a year older than me, but a millionaire like 50 times over, probably even more than that. But, he always lived below his means. He never tried to overexpand. And our little mortgage company that maybe had 4 branches at the maximum at the time, kept you know, kept moving along, and while all these other bigger mortgage companies were going out of business, we just kept plugging along. Company's still there. As a matter of fact, I just got done talking to the owner of the company today when I was on my way out here to Pittston. So I know that I'm rambling on a point that should be fairly easy to make, but I just want to express that to you. If you're thinking about leasing and you're not wanting to lease because the market might be down, which I really haven't seen much of, but let's say it is down, that's the time to get in. Don't get in. I mean, do you want everything to be given to you? Do you want to get in when it's just super easy, or do you want to kind of get in, learn it, and grind through it? That's what I'm going to suggest. That's what I'm doing. And when the market gets better, everything's going to be all gravy. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, just had to throw my opinion out there on that topic. I do want to thank you guys for stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. I appreciate it. And I want to give a special shout out to my man Henry that I met up here at the Piston Terminal. He came and saw me as I was coming through inbound, which took entirely too long. I mean, I spent 30 minutes on inbound and then an hour and a half waiting for a washout, and we had a chance to talk for about probably 30 minutes of that. And nice guy. I really enjoyed our conversation, and you know what? If I knew what I was doing right now, I would actually train you. But that's like the blind leading the blind. I got to know what I'm doing before I get out there and try to train somebody else. But definitely somebody that I wouldn't mind training if and when I do that. I do have an obligation to train at least one person just to pay that forward, because somebody had to be there for me. So I'll at least do that. But just wanted to give a special shout out to him, and a special shout out to my wife for spending Christmas and New Year's alone. Anyway, hope everybody is doing well. Happy New Year, all y'all, and I'll catch you on the next video.